Okay, hello world. Battery inspection time for all the probes for the iCONNECT. Opened them all up. Battery compartments like here, and charged up my auxiliary power supplies, and all the battery compartments look clean, no corrosion. So, and this one is my high side probe that I had noticed and haven't really used, but NorCal was telling me that it had an intermittent plug over here, and I think I'm going to open it up just to have a look and see if I've got like a little broken off thingy on the plug, or see if it could be fixed. Because I think I noticed it too when I was testing, that one of the holes was intermittent. So I'm thinking maybe just hopefully the springy thing is just needs bent back in place that holds the end of the mini plug. So, but anyways, battery inspection time. How come that ain't focusing? There we go. Battery inspection time. All the battery compartments have been opened up and cleaned and checked, and they're all good. So, all right. Okay, so this is the high side probe, denoted by the red ring around here. I've removed both battery cover screws, removed the batteries, and removed all the 4 screws around the outside. And now to take it apart and have a peek inside. Okay. So when I took out the 4 screws so I don't lose them, I put them in this little container. So it's a good idea so you don't lose the screws on the carpet or anything wherever you're doing this. And what I noticed when I went to take it apart is it just comes apart real easily. There's no force or anything whatsoever. It just comes apart, for those of you that haven't taken apart your iCONNECT probes yet. So it's very straightforward. Just take the 4 screws out and the top comes right off. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, for those of you wishing to buy iCONNECT stuff, looks like I've looked at on their website, and looks like they sell replacement parts for your probes if you do break something. I believe I saw the circuit board and the transducer, and anyways, they have a few parts. So it looks like it's very straightforward. Everything just lifts up and out. I'm not going to do it again because I just done it. But anyways, so the transducer just lifts off, and it plugs into the board. I mean, very straightforward. If you have a problem with a leaking one, you could just buy one and replace it. Plug it in yourself. Also, the board, you could replace it. You know, just it's in and out. Boom, couple seconds. You know, so nothing crazy about it as far as servicing it yourself, which is a big deal, you know, for having these probes. And so also when I lifted it out, well, I guess I will kind of lift it out for you guys. Okay, here's how it lifts out, and there's the probe and everything. There's your radio part, I believe, on the end here. So okay, so there's your FCC ID number, which is your Federal Communications Commission. That's the people that. So this is what kind of radio it has in it, which is kind of cool. guess the only thing you'd need to send it off to the factory for is for calibrating. If it needed some kind of calibration, I don't know how that's done. But there's a plug here for something, which may be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of programming plug or something like that, or probably for the board, I would think, to see how the board is functioning. Probably a diagnostic plug, I would hope. That would be cool. But anyways, so here's the high pressure transducer. What the board looks like here. Probably, I think I'm going to be the only one on YouTube with this on here, so that's cool. But anyways, so anyhow, that's just how it goes back in, and you know, put it back together like that. So, all right, I'm gonna put it back together. All right, it doesn't look like what I planned on was these holes, these things. I guess I'm gonna need a board because these things are self-contained. I think I'll take another look at them, but the places where you plug in your temperature clamps to, I don't think there's any fixing these if they're out of whack. Okay, so, all right, thanks for watching. Click like on the video if you could, and subscribe. All right, take care. Bye. Okay, YouTube. So here it is back in place. What I did notice is that when you're putting the circuit board in, there's a pin. If you're looking at the probe this way, there's a black pin right there, upper left hand corner, in between that P2 and J1 that the circuit board goes on. So right there is the black pin. And then down here in the lower right hand corner, right over my fingernail here, there's another little black pin. And those stick through the circuit board to keep your circuit board in place, to be in the proper place for reassembly. And the other thing I did notice also is that when placing the transducer back on here, you don't want the wires on the bottom. You want these wires on the top, and you want the little plastic part, which I believe is probably your temperature compensation. It lays against that little, probably some kind of little temperature doohickey. But anyways, let me try to get this back in the hole. Okay. So I'm trying to do it with one hand here. Okay, so, and I found these switches to be, these holes where you put the jack in, to be pretty tight, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was a suction probe. Maybe I was mistaken, I don't know. But anyways, so you put the transducer probe back in like this, and of course make sure that these holes, you know, line up with the holes because the screws go through here, and the little collar sits around the plastic right there, you know. So, and make sure your wires aren't hitting anything bad or anything. So I think this is a good way to have it. I actually almost think that when I took it out, the wires were upside down. I think they were. So I'm making a small change here. I want the wires to be up. I think it's wiser. So, okay, putting this little baby back together. Okay, guys, what I believe to be the problem here is the way the plug is orientated here. The body of this unit, of the plastic, sticks way above where the plug thing is supposed to plug into. So when these plugs go in the hole, they don't seat flush all the way into the jack like they're supposed to. So they're basically, the plug's not going in all the way is what's going on. This this plastic outer structure is not letting the thing go in like 1/4 of an inch, as you can see. So if you guys are having problems with the jacks, what I'd suggest you do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to grind the plastic housing here, kind of like, I'm trying to figure out how to say it here, but I'm going to grind it like this, kind of like a little U. Just the plastic. I'm going to take out the circuit board and take everything out and just take the plastic housing, put it back together, and grind it like a little U. So you have, or maybe just a little flat area. So that area, that plastic area, is going to be down flush. So the probe, just cut a relief in it, because this is up very high. It's up extremely high. And the probe part does not push into it all the way like it should. Yeah, it's way up there. So I'm believing, because the jacks feel really good on the circuit board by themselves. So that's the problem there. That's a manufacturing problem. The plastic is just way too high. So if you guys are having intermittent problems with your probes, I will bet that's what it is. So I'll put this video up right away so you guys can know about that. Yeah, that's really high, man. I can't believe how high that plastic is from where the circuit board sits in there. Wow, it's huge. It wouldn't be so bad if the relief hole was larger. And maybe I can just use a drill bit. I might just cut that, I might just try to make that relief hole larger so that this can go all the way in. Maybe that would be the good way to go. Because this has got, this metal surface here has got this, that metal surface has got to sit flush against the circuit board in that jack. And this rubber, this extra rubber part here, has to go all the way into that plastic, and it's not. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, click like on the video if you could, and subscribe. Alright, take her easy, guys. Say like Keystone Electronics. It's interesting. By the manufacturer of that little plastic piece. Anyways,